is truly a favorite. And this was a late breaking addition to the show. Zwilling Henckels, arguably, well, first of all, one of the oldest brands in the world. I mean, let's start there. And one of the most revered brands when it comes to knives. You are looking at professional grade and professional quality. It's an entire wardrobe of knives. You choose it either in the black or the red. And that, by the way, is the color of the handle. But here's the key. From the Santoku, I think I said it right this time. I think it was Barbara or Diane who corrected me last time, to the shears, to this beautiful utility knife. That Serrated is a utility knife as well. The best fillet knife you're ever gonna have. Your Santoku, I think I did it right, and then your chef's knife. By the way, on that Santoku, we have sold that for $80 separately here at HSN. I'm just speaking for what I've sold it separately for. The chef knife, and then the key is, because I gotta get John Florell out here to demonstrate. This is the one, a little hard to hear it here, but can you guys hear that? It is the self-sharpening set, and no kidding. Do you know this can sharpen your knives better than the person that you send it off to? It really resets it to almost factory standards. And then I'll just show you this real quickly. I think you guys can see every slot has been engineered for precision calibration for the perfect sharpness every single time you put it in the block. I've sold these blocks for $99.95. Again, pick the red or the black. John Florell, I gotta get you out here, and I apologize. I mean, I always wanna see what you're up to in your kitchen, but we're happy that we have these because we talk about a lifetime knife, we talk about lifetime quality. Frankly, you would spend as much for the block, you would spend as much for the chef knife. You and I have sold Zwilling Henckels together before, where we have empty things, you know, empty slots in the block, and we're like, hey, if you want that Santoku, guess what? It's $80 at hsn.com. So I'm gonna defer to you, my friend, because sadly it's an abbreviated airing, and we got a lot to get to, don't we?
Well, I'll tell you, it's such a cool set because you're getting all of the most used knives in your kitchen. You're getting your chef's knife, your Santoku knife, you get your utility knife, which you mentioned makes a great boning and fillet knife, your paring knife, your serrated utility knife, and I love these, that great pair of shears, all made by Zwilling J.A. Henckels, the gold standard in kitchen cutlery. You can ask any professional chef in the world, they'll tell you the quality of the steel, the craftsmanship of the knife, the feel in your hand. It's a full tang, which means the same metal from the tip of the knife all the way through the handle, triple riveted handles, which is the most popular style handle in the world. And you know, Shannon, you and I talk all the time that all new knives are sharp when you first buy them, and this one's no exception. All you have to do is touch it and it cuts it. I mean, it's razor sharp. The problem with a kitchen knife is after you cut through the food, what does that knife touch? It hits your countertop, your cutting board, plates, dishes, and that's what's going to dull your knives over time. Well, with Zwilling J.A. Henckels, they came up with this great idea, and it's worked out so well. We actually, in this knife block, and by the way, this is a beautiful stained ashwood block. It's got the Zwilling Henckels logo right here on the front, so you know quality. And this stainless steel cap is labeled. Every knife has its own slot, and when you put the knife in or take it back out, it self-sharpens. It sharpens itself not to just close to the way, you know, like not just sharper than what it would have been. It brings it back to 95% of its original sharpness. We put these ceramic sharpeners, which you can see on the screen there, that are at the precise angle for each knife. Your chef's knife, it's supposed to be sharpened to a 15-degree angle. So that knife sharpener in the block is at an exact 15 degrees. Your Santoku knife, this is a little bit thinner blade, and it's got those little air divots in it so food doesn't stick to the blade. These are supposed to be sharpened at an 11-degree angle. The knife block, the ceramic sharpeners in that block, are set up to a precise 11 degrees. So you're getting your knives, when you put them in to store them or take them back out to use them, they're sharpened, Shannon, to 95% of their original factory sharpness. the average, even a professional chef with one of their sharpening sticks or even a stone can only get a knife back to about 80% of its original factory sharpness. At Zwilling Henckels, we're the oldest cutlery brand in the world, still making knives in the same factory in Germany since 1731. Almost 300 years of cutlery experience goes into this set, and you're getting the complete set today with that great block. And I mean, it's amazing value.
It is indeed. And hey, by the way, it's less than $20 on FlexPay. If you are joining HSN for the very first time, I'm saying it's a merry birthday because we're doing crazy for Christmas and our 44th birthday and Christmas in July all in one. But we will not have this for the Christmas season. We had a big meeting via phone, or well, on Skype and Zoom and all that great stuff yesterday. And there is no reorder on this. So if you're thinking, oh, I'll get my knife set for the Christmas season, that's typically when we do these knife sets over, you know, they call it fourth quarter in the biz, as it were. The order that we have is the order that we have, meaning we have, Steve, I'm gonna guess about what, 600 or 700 on, okay, 500 only in the red, and then slightly, sorry, I took the black out, but you get the general idea, and slightly more of that on the black, but not more. The red will sell out first. Again, these are not on reorder for the official Christmas season. This is the one, along with that computer, this is the one you buy for yourself. You really do. And John, it's so interesting because in the kitchen, whether you cook a little, whether you cook a lot, we always say that a dull knife is more dangerous than a sharp knife, but this goes beyond sharpness. This is precision sharpness. Really, you know, it's almost like every time you back your car out of the garage, it's like that new car smell. I mean, if we could keep that new car smell as long as we have that, you know, you'd never buy a new car.
Right.
But this is like getting a new knife set virtually every time you use it because of that sharpening, right?
It really is. I mean, when you can slice through a mango or an avocado and not worry about the pit, or if you happen to be, maybe you're carving a turkey, ham, or lamb, and you happen to hit that chicken bone or a lamb bone or a you know, you don't have to worry about it anymore because remember, when you use a knife, it's going to get dull. So, you know, the problem with a knife is it hits the countertop, your cutting board, your plates, your dishes. And that's the problem with most kitchen knives is once they get dull, you either have to send them away to get them sharpened, or maybe you have, you know, a knife sharpener you have to buy and nobody really knows how to use a knife sharpener. These sticks that come with a lot of the sets, there's no way that you can get the proper angle. With this set, all you're doing, Shannon, is replacing that knife into its slot and then taking it back out. You've got a sharp knife, up to 95% of its original sharpness. So that same knife that we just cut through an avocado pit, today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, it's gonna slice like the very first day that you got the knife in your kitchen. You know that feeling when you get a brand new knife, you take it home, you slice with it for the first time and you're like, oh, it's like a dream. Well, now you're gonna have that exact same experience every single time you move this knife. It's like the weight of the knife does the slicing for you. And you mentioned before, a sharp knife is a safer knife. I mean, when you can slice through, you know, I mean, talk about quality, craftsmanship, and the perfect materials. All these are high carbon stainless steel blades, full tang. In fact, they come with a lifetime warranty. And Shannon, I like to mention too, you know, it's not like we're hard to find. We've been in the same factory for almost 300 years, okay?
Yeah, I mean, that's just saying something. You know what, Thomas is agreeing too. A dull knife is definitely more dangerous than a sharp knife. June, I don't know where they got the mice, doggone it, but June, if I can find out, I'll post that on my Facebook. Beverly, Tony is getting, Lil Martha, he says, Lil Martha is getting that knife set. And you know what, I hope we are tempting you because just to be clear, this was a late breaking addition to the show, and Steve is my producer. I think you had said we have about 600 in the red choice, I believe. Okay, fewer than 500 on the red choice, and then the balance, so not much more than that on the black choice. You are getting the block, and I know I keep going on and on about this block, but when Zwilling Henckels debuted here at HSN, and John, you know this is true, you and I sold the Zwilling Henckels block sets, and by the way, most of them were not self-sharpening, but we sold the blocks separately. And if we did the block sets, I remember the prices were hovering around, you know, $200. In some cases, we were selling Zwilling Henckels in the $250 range. So for me to see this is like a wow, because these are lifetime knives. But that block, I've sold blocks with that beautiful wood, self-sharpening, all labeled, remember, for the price of admission. Then you're getting that chef knife, which I'm telling you, that is a must in anybody's kitchen, whether you cook a little or a lot. I've sold chef knives here at HSN for $90. Santoku, remember when John and I, almost every knife set I've sold with John, we said, oh, if you want the Santoku, we gave an item number, we said it's $80, it's in the set. This fillet knife, 2 utility knives, that's what we kind of consider that pairing, Grandma's favorite knife, and then the serrated, and then of course the shears. And John, I'll tell you, at this price, we don't have the legal approval to say so, but I mean, no kidding. If you go to the big box stores or the stores where they keep everything under lock and key, it is not out of the realm to expect to spend $99 for a block or $99 for a chef knife. The fact you're getting all of it is pretty unreal, isn't it?
That really is. I mean, hey, listen, if you've been to one of those high-end kitchen stores and seen our knives in that glass case that you have to ask somebody to come and unlock so you can take a look at our knives, you look at the prices on them, and, you know, most people, when I saw this set, Shannon, and I saw that, you know, our 8-inch chef's knife, which is the most popular knife in the world, and by the way, if you look up the origins of the chef's knife, okay, it'll take you back to the J.A. Henckels Knife Company in Germany, back way back, okay? Even this one in the stores, I've seen go for what the price of the entire set that you're getting today, to price them. I mean, listen, you're getting good quality. You're getting the best cutlery in the world. You can ask anybody. And by the way, I have to show you this. The paring knives, these are absolutely fantastic for peeling, paring, slicing, dicing. If you're doing any decorating or garnishing, these are fantastic. They're razor sharp, super easy to use. They fit beautifully in your hand because of that triple riveted handle. And that little teardrop on the end, that is perfect because it balances the blades. The shears, you're going to absolutely love these for splitting chickens right through the bone and everything, trimming your rose stems. Maybe you got a dozen roses for the holiday. Now you can do all of that work. You've got those shears. I'll tell you, these shears on their own are, I think, is worth the price of the whole set. I love a good pair of kitchen shears.
We do indeed. Well, John, I know this was late breaking because we have sellout quantities. As always, best to you, your daughter, the whole family. Hey, have a safe 4th of July weekend too, my friend.
And thank you very much. In fact, I'll probably be on air on the 4th of July. It's my birthday that day, you know.
Oh, that's right. I remember, because I was trying to remember. I knew your birthday was like one of the big holidays. Well,
yeah.
fireworks,
well,
I'm
listen,
sure.
Have a safe and healthy weekend, everybody. Have a good time.